My parents call me every week at around 4 o'clock and ask me how I'm doing. I get tired and angry at their old same nagging questions about my grade. So I talk fast to end the conversation and tell them goodbye before they do and hang up the phone. It was 1949 when my grandfather was drafted into Korean War. My ancestral home is right next to Seoul. It is called Gyeonggi-do, which was captured within a few weeks of the war. North Korea took his parents as a hostage and asked him to be the part of North Korean army in exchange for his parents' life. Of course, he took the offer. As the war was about to end, my grandfather was supposed to cross over the border to North Korea. However, his leg was severely injured by one of his seniors as a lesson punishment for his loose military discipline during the war. Also, he had his whole family in the south, so he decided to stay. Afterwards, everything in his life started to collapse. Back then, men had to join the army for at least 5 years in order to be accepted into the society and get a job. However, during his days, a lot of men will come out of the camp dead or severely injured during those 5 years. He couldn't join the army due to his disabled leg. Since he wasn't able to get the job, he started his own mining business. The business ended up as a failure and left him with a huge amount of debt on top of his shoulders. My grandmother had to work in marketplace selling vegetables from 6 in the morning and return home at night, while my grandfather went around the country trying to gather some investors. My grandfather was under a huge amount of stress. He had a depressive disorder, but he never showed his emotion or hardship to his children. In fact, he always brought cooked chicken once every week. However, my parents already knew that my father was going through a lot. When my mother was growing up, she felt sorry every time when she asked her parents to give her money to buy school supplies. No one ever complained about their situation or took anything for granted. When I really think about it, I know that I believe in my parents' unconditional love and support. My parents sent me and my sister to Athenian, where tuition for the boarders is $56,000. My parents donate money to the school and gives us enough allowance to live comfortably throughout the school year. They try to provide me and my sister as an environment free from money problem. Reason why they support us so much isn't because we're so rich. We live in a small house. My parents' clothes are old, out of color, and out of style. It's because my parents have been through many constant worrying about money and never been able to experience what they wanted to do. I want to say that I'm sorry for my immaturity and taking things for granted. I want to say thank you to my parents and thank them for their support. And I also want to say that I love them.